Welcome back, everyone. It's good to be back. Finals are just about over. I have one here in about 4 hours, though it's a English final, and the professor said as long as I am there for the final and participate in it, I'm guaranteed a 100%. So that's why I'm making this now. I was just gonna wait until whenever school is done, but I say we're just about there, and I got nothing else better to do right now. So I just kind of wanted to talk about where I've been and what I've been up to. If you're not a frequenter of the channel, I am a full-time college student looking to get into occupational therapy or physical therapy or something. And I also work full-time, so between the hours of 6 a.m. till 10 p.m., I'm either working or in school. So I didn't have a lot of time to record unless I wanted to stay up past 10 and take into my sleep time, which was never 8 hours. It was always, it was always like 7.5 or something. And, the more I am awake, the longer I'm awake rather, it would just take away from my sleep. So other than that, I had the weekends, but anytime I would take away to record or try to put effort into a video would be then taken away from studying or me enjoying my habits outside of having a purpose of recording it. I could just do it in my bed, play my DS or my Game Boy. So I just wanted to go over some of the things I've been doing. As you can see here, I have a few little items. I have a Game Boy and 2 DS Lites. So during my time away, I was given 2 broken DS Lites that I was able to repair, and I also customized them with a Berserk sticker. So one of them, this is the Crimson Red DS Lite, and then this is the white DS Lite. I don't know if it's like a pearl or whatever, but so I decided to make a Guts theme and a Griffith theme DS Lite for each color. So this is it. This is how it looks now. This one was just replacing the touch screen, the digitizer, and then this one was replacing the digitizer, the bottom screen, and the top screen. Not too happy with how it turned out. It's not terrible, but the top screen that I got was kind of like broken. There's like weird colored pixels on the side, just 2. But as of late, they've actually come out with IPS screens you can stick in the DS Lite now. So I might just do that with this guy. But let's look at what I've been playing. So I have been playing Platinum. Just want to make sure this looks good. Yeah, I've been playing Platinum. I've been doing this is my, I think people always say forever save with these. So this is my forever save of Pokemon Platinum. And what I did was I rushed all the way to Eterna Forest so that I can shiny hunt for my first shiny. My goal was a shiny Wurmple, but I spent a lot of time in here and ended up getting a shiny Baneri. Obviously not a terrible nature, but also not the best IVs on it. I'm going to be using it anyway just because it's a... I've never used a Baneri. It's a normal type. Normal types aren't too bad. I think that's the good thing about them is that they're good all-around Pokemon. I was going to throw Return on Baneri until Frustration, doesn't work. Every step, Frustration is losing power. So I was going to be using Baneri. I started with a Turtwig. This Machop was just because I was using it to knock out the Chansey that what's the girl's name? I don't remember. It's Cheryl. Cheryl has a Chansey, and I knock it out so it doesn't kill the shiny. And then I had a Cascoon because if I'm not going to have a shiny Dustox, I wanted a regular Dustox anyway. So that's what I'm currently doing. progressing this slowly. I think I got 12 hours on it, so not too bad. And then just gonna save real quick. As you can see, like, this is mint. Like, this no like wear around the buttons. I got really lucky with the state of this DS. Very happy with it. And then this white one, I've been playing Blue Rescue Team, actually. I don't think it'll look too bad on camera, just because you can't really see it. Only when the screen is black can you really see the pixels. And then I also made a error here with the screw. I used a different size screw and kind of put a little birthmark on my DS, but that's okay. If you don't know this about me, rather, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon are my favorite Pokemon games. They're spin-offs, but I like them more than the mainline games. I absolutely want to take some time over the summer and to record some Pokemon Mystery Dungeon themed content, kind of just doing like challenges, doing hard dungeons, and just kind of like talking and hanging out. I might stream it, I might, make videos particularly for that, but playing Mystery Dungeon games are my absolute favorite, and I just love the way the game is. Pokemon have so much personality, the stories are always really nice, and there's a lot of challenge with going into a dungeon and trying to get as far as you can, and the game also has really good challenge modes too, like different dungeons that you go in, you're level 1 with nothing and whatnot, so I want to just try those guys out. And then lastly, I picked up a Game Boy Advance. This is a AGS 001. So just a little background for this. When I was a little boy, I'm currently 28 years old. When I was a little boy, I had a gray Game Boy SP. Now, I grew up very poor. I was not middle class. It was me, my 4 siblings, my mom, my dad, living in a house with my grandmother. It wasn't even a house, it was like a row home. So it was like a 2-bedroom apartment that was like 2 floors, 1 bathroom, and then it was in Philly, so it was just like the hood basically. And I remember on my 7th birthday, I really wanted a Game Boy because everyone had a Game Boy, and my dad came home from work all day, and he snuck inside. I saw him come in, and I was expecting, I was hoping, rather, I wasn't really expecting, but hoping for a Game Boy, and he came in with a little bag. There, I didn't see anything in it, and he kind of played it off like he didn't know it was my birthday, and I went upstairs to bed, and right as I went to bed, he called me down and gave me a Game Boy, and it was a gray Game Boy Advanced, but it was the AGS 101 graphite, so it was graphite with black buttons, and on my 28th birthday, I wanted to buy a new Game Boy, and I thought this was the one. I didn't do enough research, and I just kind of was like, yeah, it looks gray, right? It's got to be the one, but this is the Onyx Black AGS 001, which has the front lit screen, not the backlit screen. So the screen's not as bright, but it's better to play during the day, is what people say. What works or doesn't work, I don't care. Honestly, all I personally want is the original model that I had. Obviously, I'll still use this for dual hunting, but I'd like to get that original Graphite 101 SP at some point. I'm actually talking with a guy who's trying to sell one, and we're ironing out plans for that, so I might as well just show you. I've been playing Emerald. I don't know if this is going to show up well. I've been playing Emerald. Currently on the, I think it's the Sunken Ship or Abandoned Ship. This is kind of what I mean. If I had the AGS 101, you'd be able to see better, but Torkoal, Swellow, Grovyle, Gardevoir, Trapinch, Tentacool. So, it's my current team. I guess my focus with this game is more so to go to the Battle Tower to make content about doing the Battle Frontier and whatnot, getting into the group that do that. You know, there's like a pretty good community on YouTube of people who do that, play the Battle Tower. A lot of their content is related around Gen 3 challenge content. So I'm just kind of getting my way there. Unfortunately, this isn't a authentic version of Emerald, because there's no way I'm paying $250 for an authentic copy of Emerald. I had the game as a kid, I don't know where it went, but I was able to get a cheap version of Emerald just so that I could play it. I don't think it'll have much of an impact on me doing what I want in the Battle Tower unless I'm an idiot and don't know. Some other games I got for it, this is another reproduction of Fire Red, but these are real games. So I got Yu-Gi-Oh!, The Eternal Duelist Soul, Duel Masters, Kaijudo Showdown, and then Namco Museum. I just wanted Namco Museum because it's got like a bunch of games on it. It's like it's just one game, but it's got like a bunch of arcade games, so I can have something to do if I don't want to play, you know, these guys. I just want to kind of like mess around. I can play like an older game on my Game Boy in bed, and you know, I have like a bunch of options to choose from. So if you asked yourself where the top part of the shell is, I bought this shell and the top part doesn't clip in, so I just kept the bottom half because it still like widens the grip for my larger hands. I just liked it. But that's pretty much it about like what I've gotten, what I've been up to, and then for what I have planned to upload, or what I plan on uploading, I definitely want to do some more Gen 4 and Gen 5 Battle Tower, Battle Subway stuff. I want to kind of do a review of my Pokemon White playthrough, because I've been progressing that as well. And then I also have some ideas to stream, but now that school's out, I have so much more time. I'm very excited to kind of just be able to live my life and do what I want. So that's that. That's it. I'm alive. I'm here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'm excited to make some content. See you in the next one.